Today, the moon is in Cancer and the sun is in Taurus, and so we're being put more in a mood to nest, reflect, rest, and seek emotional security. We're craving comfort, privacy, and genuine connection, but with some of the aspects coming up, including today, we might not be so quick to express directly what we need. Actually, this moon can stir up a little bit of anxiety, and our emotions just kind of being everywhere with some of the squares that are actually being made today, as we speak, right now. So let's start with today. Today, the moon is squaring not only Venus, but Neptune and Mercury in Aries as well. With the moon squaring Venus in Aries, we're seeing a lot of tension occur between our desire for connection and just our independence in general. And so what we can see a lot of with any moon square Venus is overspending. But with this particular square, we can see overspending, but we can also see smothering people with our love. And so I'm going to say this again, like I say every moon square Venus, put your credit cards away. Put them away right now, especially with this square happening between moon and Cancer, which is already about change, and the moon can also be about the money that comes in and out of our pockets. When it's square up against Venus and Aries, we can really be spending very impulsively. So let's say you're not smothering anybody and you are being very conscious of making sure that you keep your love in your hands to yourself. There's more of a focus on self-love with this Venus moon square, and if unchecked, it can veer off into selfishness or even entitlement. Now, with the moon squaring Neptune, we can feel very disoriented when it comes to our emotions. We can feel really sensitive and we can take things really personally. Neptune in Aries has no boundaries. It has no sort of stop button. It does not know where the brakes are. And so when it's squaring the moon, that's already about a lot of change happening. We can see ourselves isolating because we just kind of feel overwhelmed. We want to retreat. We want to just be away from people, especially if we feel misunderstood or just kind of energetically overstimulated. Speaking of feeling misunderstood, of course, we have the moon square Mercury in Aries today as well, which can create a lot of misunderstandings, possibly because we're just very blunt today. We're very much to the point. So some things that we say today or some things that are said to us today can come off a bit more harsh than maybe the person meant them. But that is where communication comes in, and the curiosity of Aries needs to come in and ask the person their intention behind how they said what they said. Of course, if it applies. This aspect does create a lot of mental distress. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It does make you feel like nobody gets you and you feel very isolated, especially with the other squares with Neptune and Venus going on. I'm not gonna lie to you, a lot of emotional outbursts can happen. It's very much a day where you feel like you just kind of want to lock yourself in a dark room with music and be in your fifis rather than engage in direct conversation. However, there is a silver lining. We do have this moon in Cancer making a very nice sextile to Sun in Taurus, and that's a really grounding influence. It's one that really helps us gravitate to routine, comfort, and the pleasures of home and body. It's a very cute, cozy vibe, but what I will say with this aspect is just make sure that you're not getting too comfortable because it could lead to laziness and avoidance. Tomorrow, though, we are seeing the moon in Cancer trine Saturn in Pisces, which is very much a more somber and heavy tone, if I'm being completely honest. Anytime the moon and Saturn are getting together in an aspect like this, we are going to feel emotionally weighed down and just wanting to isolate, especially even more so that we have the moon in a water sign as well as Saturn also in a water sign. So again, while the moon is in Cancer, today and tomorrow we are in our fifis. However, we're just really more so inclined to bottle things up tomorrow in particular. But on the upside of it, moon trine Saturn is a great aspect for trying to be emotionally mature in situations, especially when it comes to communicating with people. But will you feel disconnected and isolated at times? Absolutely. I can't even front on that. And with the squares to Aries, I have to bring this up because Aries rules the head. And so your emotions might literally manifest as headaches, fatigue, brain fog. So what I suggest is a couple things. You can definitely do the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. You can use essential oils, weighted blankets, stress balls, journal things instead of letting things just kind of spiral. up here. Other than that, that's all I have for you guys. Make sure to book all your consultations with me at EdenIAstro.com. That link is in my link tree. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.